Mrs. Hill and I talked on Monday, and we had moved the test that was originally supposed to happen next week. Tuesday, we pushed it back a day to next week, Wednesday. It fits better, gives us another day for more practice. To be good to go and ready to go for that one. So just so you know, test next week, Wednesday. Okay. You will have a formative this week, Friday. Okay, so we're good to go there. Friday formative, get them back on Monday, review and crack those, and all that good stuff. All good stuff. In your notes, you should have 1, 2, and 3. Looks like we are solving those for y. Please solve those for, there they are, solve those for y. Quick spot check. When it says put things into y, or put things into slope-intercept form, what is slope-intercept form? Y equals mx plus b. So all of our answers should have y equals, and then our variable term, and then the number at the end, not b plus mx form. Okay? Okay? All right, what are we doing first? Ken, we'll start with you. We'll go around the room starting with you. We want to solve for y in the first one. What do we have to do first? Subtract x from both sides. Yes, ma'am. That part goes away then, and that leaves us with y equals negative x plus 8. Dom, can I combine negative x plus 8? No, leave it as is. Why can't I combine them? They're not like terms, exactly. One's got an x, one doesn't. So that's it, done. And done. Step 8, first step in number 2. Plus 6x to both sides. Yep. Adding 6x. Adding 6x. That makes those go away. That gives me 5y equals 6x. Oops, I almost put plus 10. Oh, that breaks. Minus 10. Love it. Okay. Austin, next step. Divide everything by 5. Makes that go away. Gives me my y equals 6/5 x minus 2, or we would also said that we would accept that. Michelle, first step, next one. Subtract 4x from both sides. Dylan, next step. Divide by. Give me another chance. I want your y by itself. There's no 5 in this problem. Divide by 7. Now, we have a quandrum. Actually, no, we had to add the last one too. A quandrum, we have a problem, we have an issue. But we had it in the last one too. We had a fraction, and that's okay. We're okay with fractions. Of course, that's what you have to have. Now, are you a top one or are you a bottom one? Top one. I like it better too, you know why? The M pops up. Whereas this one you have to try and find it. Whereas the top one, the M pops up. Today, what we are going to be doing is we are going to be doing this, then we're going to graph it. Okay? So for instance, here in number 1, okay, so here is my equation right there. In order for me to figure out what the slope is and what the y-intercept is, I need to first solve it for y, okay? Because I can only get those two things out of y equals mx plus b, okay? So, Jake, first step to get it to solve it, or to solve this one for y. Subtract 4x from both sides. Yep. So just like what we were doing in the 3 warm-ups. So then this becomes 5y equals negative 4x plus 5. Possibly. Why? Then what? Divide everything by 5. Yep. And that gives me y equals negative 4/5 x plus 1. So now, Ash, now we've got it in y equals mx plus b form, right? What's the slope then on my line? Negative 4/5? Yeah, negative 4/5. Chloe, what's my y-intercept? 0, 1? Yep, 0, 1 is my y-intercept. Okay? I can't get that from this highlighted one. I can't go directly to it from my original problem. But if I manipulate my problem to get it y equals mx plus b form, shabam, there it is. Okay? And I can get all that stuff. And then I can go to the graph. Will, where is the plot for our y-intercept of 0, 1? I'm not familiar with the direction of over. Up 1 from the origin? Yep. Up 1 from the origin, we put a dot right there. Love it. Yeah, sir. If my slope is negative 4/5, give me 2 directions and 2 numbers to get my next point. 4 left and 5 up? Yep, that would work. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, and 5. No, it would not work. I take that back. I don't like that.
How about 4 down, 5 right?
I like 4 down and 5 right. Yes. Yeah. But you had given me run over rise the first way. Yeah. Your directions were good, but you had flip-flopped the numbers. Okay? So you said 4 to the right. Excuse me.
No,
4 down. 4 down, 5 right. Okay? Gotcha. If I don't like going 4 down and 5 right, what is my other choice? Up 4 and left 5. Okay? And then we draw in. Our line, making sure that our line goes through all of our points. And where do our arrowheads go on our line? Where should they be? Off the grid. Okay? So make sure we go all the way across, arrowheads off the grid. Okay? Using something straight. Love it. 1, 3. Fantastic. You got 3 to do now. 1 more on the front side, 2 on the back. Go for it. Jaden, I think we're up to you. What's our first step in number 5? Subtract x from both sides. Yep, exactly. Right? Next step. Divide everything by 3. So that's going to give me y equals, it jumped out for a second. I don't know why it jumped out. Y equals negative 1/3 x plus 4. Did you get that? Yeah, okay, all right. Yep. So talk to me. What are the two parts to y equals negative 1/3 x plus 4? What's the slope? What's the y-intercept? The two parts. Is the slope or y-intercept? Slope. Slope is 1/3. 1/3. 1/3. Sure, what 1/3? Negative 1/3. Negative 1/3 would be my slope. Yep. Which is different, right? Because it's different directions. Yeah. Yeah. So it does make a difference there. Yeah. So negative 1/3 is my slope. Yep. What's my y-intercept? 0, 4. Yeah, good job. Eric, how do I get to the point 0, 4?
Go up.
Up? How many?
Yeah.
4. Yep. Love it. Edwin, 2 directions, 2 numbers for a slope of negative 1/3. Yep. Left, because you pointed to the right. You said left, but you pointed to the right. Right. Yeah. Okay. I wanted to make sure because one of those was right. Yep.
Yeah.
So down 1, right 3. Love it. Down 1, right 3. Down 1, right 3. Stephanie, back to you. If I didn't want to go down 1 and right 3 on this one, what was my other 2 choices? What's the opposite of down? Up. So up 1, what's the opposite of right? Left 3. So up 1, left 3. Okay. Then we draw our line. I know. It's touchy. Come on. Yeah. Love it. Anybody need more time on the back too? Stop. 7 or 6? Which one do you want to do first? 7 first? Okay. That's what I was thinking too. What do I do first in number 7? Subtract 2x from both sides? Okay. Now, Dylan, I know you didn't forget that negative sign right in front of the line because it's right there, right? So that's got to come along. So that means that we have one more step to go yet. What is it? Divide by. Give you another chance. Negative 1? Yeah, because this is like saying negative -1y, right? So we're going to divide everything by negative, well, I see. Things are going crazy. Shouldn't do math. No maths. Now, dividing by -1 million. What's the only thing that does? Keeps the number the same, but what does it do to the sign in front of it? Or changes it, right? So like here on this one, on the y, it makes it go away. So we have y equals -2 divided by -1 makes positive 2x, yep. And positive 6 divided by -1. What kind of 6? -6. That just changes the sign. Okay? All right. Michelle, now that we've got it in y equals mx plus b form, can you tell me the slope of that line? 2. In fraction form, what would 2 be? 2/1. Yep, I love it. Can you tell me what the y-intercept is of this one? 0, -6. Love it. Austin, if I were to graph the point 0, -6, how would I go? Down 6 from the origin. 2, 4, and 6. Love it, right there. Okay. Okay. Chloe, if I had a slope of 2 or 2/1, how would I, give me 2 directions and 2 numbers? What was that? I'm not familiar with the over direction. Down 2 and left 1? I would agree with that, but I can't go down 2 and left 1 to where my y-intercept is with my current graph. So what would be my other? Up, how many? 2, and which direction for the run? Right, how many? 1, yep, so I go up 2 and right 1. And then I would draw in my line. Okay. Ash, now we got number 6. Unfortunately, I ended up with you. Do you remember from when we were talking? We had one of these on the quick solve on Monday. We also had one on last week, Thursday, and I think we had one on last week, Wednesday, too. Do you remember what kind of lines are just x equals lines? Jake doesn't like them. Do you remember them? No? Okay. So I'm gonna give you a different style of question. Can I put x equals 3? I don't remember what number it was. X equals 3. Can I put x equals 3 into y equals mx plus b? Why not? There's no y. All right. So there's no y. So I can't put it in y equals mx plus b form. Okay. All right. So since this is the only time that I can't do that is when it's x equals, right? Okay. So because of that, that means that there is no y-intercept. Because if I can't put it in y equals mx plus b form, that means that there's no y-intercept. What else does it mean in terms of my slope? What would the slope be of this line if I can't put it in y equals mx plus b form? It would not be 0 because 0 is a slope. We can do 0/1. We can rise 0 and run 1. So 0 is an actual slope. So we can put lines with slope of 0 and y equals mx plus b form. So what's my other choice? The other funky slope? No? Okay. Jake, what do you got? Undefined is my slope. Yep. Undefined is my slope. Got to write kind of small to get that in there. You can put UNDF if you need to. Alright? Alright? Now, Cora, the fellas behind you have not been able to answer this question. I got confidence in you. What kind of lines have undefined slopes? Ooh, straight across, that would be like rising none, right? But running as much as we want, right? And in terms of rise over run, that would be 0 over some number. Can I do that? 0 divided by any number is 0. So I can do that. So it's not that one. Give you another chance. Up and down. Yep, they're vertical lines. We call those vertical lines in the biz price. Okay? All right? So I'm going to go where x is equal to 3. Okay? Because that's what it tells me. X is equal to 3. Oops, I missed. Right there. 3 to the right is where that one is. And it's vertical, up and down. Okay. Good stuff. Today we have an H8 homework. Okay. So we'll hand that out. Again, if you've got some missing stuff, H's 1 through 7. We got those that you can turn in and work on. If you haven't turned in or finished your quick solves yet, make sure that you get those turned in and done and all that fun